learning the whole time.
Hey, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you for joining us here in the gardens of Congregation L'Dor B'Dor. So, and welcome to everyone who's joining us from afar. Well, not really afar, but on Zoom. So, we are going to begin as we always do with Hine Matov.
How good and sweet it is for brothers and sisters to come together in peace and community. How good and sweet it is for brothers and sisters to come together in peace and community.
Maya Hayom is also on page 10. There are prayer books if you would like to borrow over there. I think this group knows pretty much. So Maya Hayom, page 10, if you're following along in the prayer book.
Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
If you are lighting Shabbat candles at home, you may light your Shabbat candles. A meditation. There are days when we seek things for ourselves and measure failure by what we do not gain. On Shabbat, we seek not to acquire, but to share. There are days when we exploit nature as if it were a horn of plenty that can never be exhausted. On Shabbat, we stand in wonder before the mystery of faith. There are days when we act as if we cared nothing for the rights of others. On Shabbat, we remember that justice is our duty and a better world our goal. So we embrace Shabbat, day of rest, day of wonder, day of peace. Page 12, Lechuneran.
Lechuneranena, 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 l'Adonai. Lechuneranena, 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 l'Adonai. Lechuneranena, 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 l'Adonai. Lechuneranena, 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 l'Adonai. Shiru l'Adonai, shiru shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai, shiru shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai baruchu shemo, basir meyom leyom Yeshuato. Shiru l'Adonai baruchu shemo, basir meyom leyom Yeshuato. Yeshuato.
We turn now to Lachado D, which can be found on page 20 in the prayer books or also in that photocopied
Lechado di likat kala, enei Shabbat mikabela. Lechado di likat kala, enei Shabbat mikabela. Shamor ben Zachor v'Diburecha, Ishmiyanu v'Lamecha, Adonai echad, Shemo echad, Hashem tiferet v'letzim. Lecha, Dodi, Dodi, Lecha, Dodi, Likrat Kala. Enei Shabbat nekabela, lechado di likat kala. Enei Shabbat nekabela, likat Shabbat lechumenelecha, tihi mekor habracha, veimosh mikedem nesucha. So passive in Makshavakina. Lecha, Dodi, Dodi, Lecha, Dodi, Likratala. Enei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha, Dodi, Likratala. Enei Shabbat nekabela. Oh, we b'shalom aten bala, gam besimcha u'b'tzola, toch lemonei yam segula, bo'icha, bo'icha. Lecha, lecha, Dodi, Dodi, Lecha, Dodi, Likrat Kala. Enei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha, Dodi, Likrat Kala. Enei Shabbat nekabela.
song and prayer for Shabbat, Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat, page 22.
Mizmor, Mizmor, Shir, Shir Layom HaShabbat. Mizmor, Mizmor, Shir, Shir Layom HaShabbat. The whole wide world is waiting to sing a song of Shabbat. The whole wide world is waiting to sing a song of Shabbat.
We turn now to a prayer and song for peace. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, page 353 in the prayer books.
Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Be'akulam. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Be'akulam. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Shalom, shalom. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kulam. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kulam.
Shalom Aleichem can be found on page 24.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zeichem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Meditation and prayer for peace. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul. May the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, eternal one, who blesses our people with peace. The words of the Chetzi Kaddish, page 26.
Yitkadal veyitkadash Shemei Rabbi, Yamad yivarach yirteh v'yamalik machluteh, v'chaye echon u'yom echon, u'chaye b'chol Beit Yisrael, b'gala u'bizman kariv, v'yimeru amen, Yehei Shmei Rabbi mevorach, Le'olam le'omei omaya yiparach, yiparach ve'yishtabach, yipar v'yitroma v'yinaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shemed kudsha v'richu, le'la min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'ama. Amen.
We rise for the bar.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Mevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
You may be seated. Page 30 in our prayer books. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv Arav. Page 32, the words of Ahavat Olam. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, we lie down and we rise up. We will meditate on your laws and your commandments. Rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we are reflect on them, for they are life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people, Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Together, the words of the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kemo, Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Via Hafta can be found on page 36 and also in that photocopied prayer.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושכבך וקומך וקשרתם להות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות ביניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
We turn now to page 39. Meditation. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before we ever stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt. There is a better place, promised land. The winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness. There's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Micha Mocha, page 40.
Bailim, Michamocha, Bailim Adonai, Michamocha, Edar B'Kodesh, Lorat Milo, V'Seferet, Michamocha, Bailim, Bailim, Bailim Adonai, Edar B'Kodesh, Lorat Milo,
Who is like you?
Who is like you?
Who is like you? Glory in your holiness, awesome in your joy. Who is like you? Doing wonders forever and forever, ever in your reign. Let God accomplish your happy Lord. Oh, say, Malchutecha, Ra'uvanecha, Boheyam Lefnei Moshe, Ze Aliyadu Ve'amru, Adonai Imloch, Leolam Vaed. Michamocha, Bailim, Adonai, Edar B'Kodesh, Torah B'Hilo, Oseh, Oseh.
And next, I'd like to share a Black spiritual with you, a very famous one called Swing Low, Sweet Chariots. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. If you get there before I do, coming for to carry me home. Tell all my friends I'm coming too, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
I think that sounds like the Milchamocha, at least the theme. So crossing over the sea. We turn now to the Hashkivenu prayer as we pray for the gift of the evening, the protection of the evening that we hope awaits us. Page 42 in our prayer.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Song and prayer for Shabbat, the words of this Shamru, can be found on page 44.
Veshamru b'nei Israel et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. Veshamru b'nei Israel et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורות המריץ עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המריץ עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות המריץ עולם.
So, before we turn to the Amidah, it is our sort of summer tradition. The Cantor shares with us the words of Chana Senesh, the great Israeli poet. Eli, Eli, my God, I pray that these things never end. The sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart. Eli.
Eli, Eli, שלא ייגמר לעולם, החול והים, רשרו של המים, ורק השמיים, תפילת האדם, החול והים, רשרו של המים, ורק השמיים, תפילת האדם.
That song and poem in our hearts, we rise together for the words of the Amidah that begin on page 46.
Adonai Sefatai Tiftach Ufi Agi Tehilatecha.
We pray silently. You may be seated. A meditation. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. We turn now to Shalom Rav, a prayer and song for peace, page 60 in the prayer books.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon echol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon echol hashalom. Shalom Rabba Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rabba Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
We turn now to the Mishaberach for healing. As is our custom, I invite you, those who are gathered here with us, to share the names of those in your family or circle of friends who are in need of our prayers. I invite those who are joining us on Zoom and Facebook to type the names in the chat or on the Facebook comments and to share those names so we can think of them as we pray for healing. I invite you to share those names now. On behalf of the congregation, I add the names Sam Case, Lila Nathanson, Alan Ramirez, Leon Nessis, Sawyer Weiss, Judy Moonchain, Joseph LaRosa, Julie Tamron, Charles Perez, Roy Horowitz, Mark Richter, Arthur Siegel, Robert Burke, Vivian Rebald, Helen Griffin, Riva Razel, Sarah Graham, Nancy Rose, Yehuda Yanka, Walter Bellos, and Ezra Chaim Ben Devora. We pray for healing. The words of the Mishaberach, page 353.
Mishaberach Avoteinu B'kor habracha Le'imoteinu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach Imoteinu B'kor habracha Le'avoteinu. Bless those in need of healing, with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
May all those we named, as well as those names we held in our hearts, as well as all those who are afflicted and affected by the coronavirus, be granted refuah shlema, complete healing. And we say, Amen. We offer a prayer for our country. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. And let us all say, Amen. So we have one anniversary that we are recognizing. I know Ginny and Fred are joining us virtually, but Ginny and Fred, I still want to offer a special anniversary blessing to you. I can't see you on this occasion, but I saw that you had logged on earlier. Also can't. Ginny and Fred are celebrating their 53rd wedding anniversary. So Mazel Tov, we share in your joy, and thank you for sharing it with your congregation. I offer this blessing to you on the occasion of your anniversary. May God, who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Becca, Rachel, and Leah, bless this Khatan, this groom, Fred, and this Kala, this bride, Ginny. About them, the psalmist wrote, they shall be fruitful throughout their years. They shall be ever fresh and vigorous. They've been privileged to build the Jewish home, harboring love and harmony, peace and companionship. They are blessed with children and grandchildren, growing up in health and happiness, loving the Torah, and performing ma'asim tovim, good deeds. They are here today in gratitude for all the kindness which God and holiness has bestowed upon them since their wedding day, the day of their great joy. May the Kadosh Baruch Hu, the Holy One of blessing, watch over them and deliver them from all trouble and distress. May God bring blessing and success to all their worthy endeavors, together with our fellow Jews everywhere. Let us all say, Amen. Mazel Tov again.
Mazel tov.
Kisses and hugs from afar. So we just a few words of Torah before we turn to our concluding prayers and songs. Our Torah portion is Korach, the Great Rebellion, in the book of Numbers. And I just wanted to share really one thought about our Torah portion, Korach. Of course, the rebellion is that Korach basically and his followers come to Moses and say, who made you? Who decided you got to be the leader? Who made you the great one? How come only you get to talk to God? And they say, Korach says, you have gone too far. And he and his followers say, that's it. We're not going any far. We're not following you anymore. That's it. We're stopping here. You go ahead, kind of. I mean, that's in essence what they say. We're not going to stand with you. And what the rabbis and the Jewish tradition say about Korach is that he got it exactly wrong about how we're supposed to argue and disagree. Because the essence of argument and disagreement is really the great rabbinic tradition. The rabbis teach us that we have to learn how to disagree while still remaining one. It's something that I think we all need to work on, and certainly our country needs to work on, and the world perhaps even needs to work on. How do we argue and disagree? I mean, disagree even vehemently, but still say we're one. We're one country, we're one family, we're one community, whatever it is. The second part of that statement after we say we disagree has to be that we are still one. And that's what Korach got wrong. And the rabbis hold up this model of Hillel and Shammai, great rabbis of the first century, who basically disagreed on everything. There wasn't anything Shammai said it's blue, and Hillel said no, it's light blue. I mean, whatever it was, they always disagreed about whatever it might be. But they still said we are both part of the Jewish community. We still are one. That is the secret recipe that we all need to work on, and we especially need to work on much, much harder. How to disagree while still saying we are one. We turn now to our concluding prayers as we rise together. Aleinu can be found on page 282.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל העונה, ואנחנו קוראים, משתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש
may be seated.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
On this Shabbat, our congregation is marking the urine sites of Lenora Ginsburg, the mother of Melissa Leto, Elsa Nussblatt, the mother of Roz Blumenthal, the grandmother of Jody Pliskin, Stuart Schulman, the father of Dan Sirota, Orlando Gattani, the father of Agnes Kasman, Evelyn Blau, the mother of Kathy Weiss, Estelle Gorowitz, the grandmother of Bonnie Silver. We're also marking the Shloshim period of mourning for Larry Fitzer, the cousin of Rachel Heller. Zichronam Levracha, may their memories always be for a blessing. We pause and reflect on the memories of our loved ones before turning to the words of the mourner's Kaddish. The mourner's Kaddish is on page 294. It's also in the photocopied handout. I ask those in mourning and those observing your site to stand and join with me for its words. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, v'alma divra chirute v'amlich machute, v'chayachon uv'yomechon uv'chayetachol Beit Yisrael, v'galav v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam omei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudesha b'richu. La'ela min kol berchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechamata. Damiran be'ama v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlom rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav. Huya aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Let us say,
Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. 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 Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
we turn now to the Shabbat Kiddush, which can be found on page 5. I appreciate our president, Lisa Wiener, serving as the cupbearer for this Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, b'shabbat kodsho b'ahava u'b'ratzon hichilanu, zikaron le'maseh b'reishit, hu yom techila lemikra hekodesh, zechel yitziat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat שלך, באהבה וברצון, התחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת. Amen.
Just a few announcements before we turn to our concluding song. I wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom. Tomorrow night, we again will gather on Zoom exclusively. And I guess you can also watch it on Facebook and YouTube for Havdalah at 7 o'clock. And then I got us another invite with our friends from Temple Beth Torah. Noah Aronson is going to be doing a concert following the Havdalah. So again, that link, that separate Zoom link for the concert went out in the email. A reminder will go out tomorrow with that link as well. And if you join us for Havdalah, I'll also share it in the chat there. So Noah Aronson, and that's the last of our concert series.
I think he wrote the melody for Let There Be Love. I'm pretty sure that was him.
Oh, really?
Pretty sure.
Okay,
I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but
we're going to find out tomorrow night.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Let there be some love. Okay, so also Monday Musings, Monday at 9 o'clock. You can join me for that 15-minute spiritual kickstart for the week. So I will be joined this Monday by Rabbi Susie Moskowitz. Oh, yes. My wife and colleague. We will be in dialogue about, we thought we would talk about spiritual practices. Susie, like the Cantor, is also a yoga instructor and certified yoga instructor. And so we'll be talking about spiritual practices and our faith. So join us and that's every Monday at 9 o'clock. You can watch it live. You can watch it later. Whatever you like. Lunch and Learn Tuesday at 1 o'clock. And we will then be meeting for Friday night services every Friday night in July at 7 o'clock. Please pay attention to your emails in terms of location. We will certainly always be virtual, whether it's Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, or some other way of streaming it to everyone. So please pay attention to your emails for the coming locations and how you can join us for services. I want to also thank Steve Pinsky, who's with us tonight on lead guitar and the only guitar. We appreciate Steve being here with us. Also, Steve set up everything pretty much.
Yeah, Steve.
So the music stands, the microphones, the speakers.
Wherever I go, I always bring my own roadies.
That's right. So we thank Steve for joining us and for being such a big part of our services tonight and many, many Friday nights. We look forward to being able to be back with the whole band at one point soon, right? So that is it. We conclude with Adon Olam, page 321 in your prayer books. It can also be found in that photocopied handout.
Adon Olam, Asher Malav, B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra, Le'nasa B'chetzoko, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra. Acharei kihlot hakol, levado yimlok nora, behu haya, behu hoveh, behu yeh b'tifara. Sheni leham shilo lehakbira eli reishi
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.